Look at this dude.
What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hey man, if you haven't already done so, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, smash the like button, click that bell while you're at it so you can be a part of the Post Noted Gang family, best family on YouTube. And that's no cap, hands down. Hey man, we are here for Ray William Johnson. 6ix9ine got kidnapped. Say what? I didn't know anything about this taking place, but we're gonna do less talking, more reacting. Let's dive right into this video. Let go.
So Nicki Minaj, being a diva, sort of leads to this guy getting kidnapped. Let me explain.
Okay.
So it all starts with this guy, 6ix9ine, and he's a rapper, and we've talked about him before, but this is a different story. So one day in 2017, he films a music video and
this is what made him go viral.
puts a bunch of local gang members in it because he thinks it'll give him street cred. And during the shoot, he meets this guy, Harv, and this other guy, Shotty. So Harv and Shotty are both high-ranking members of this gang, 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods. And these guys recruit 6ix9ine into their gang for real. And they do a lot for him. They give him...
They recruit him after his blow up or before the blow up?
protection, they beat up rivals for him, but most importantly, they give him the street cred that he needs. And partly because of this street cred, 6ix9ine's career blows the fuck up. Now, in exchange for...
To be honest, he blew up not only because of like his music and stuff like that, but as we all know, like he did a lot of trolling. He obviously brought a different visual look to the industry. Like, who has rainbow hair? Like, who does that? You feel me? So he blew up in a lot of different ways, but now it's just like he kind of played himself at the end of the day.
6ix9ine pays them and the gang with the money he's bringing in from his music videos. So over time, 6 and Shotty become best friends. They're like hanging out and they're working together all the time. However, it isn't the same with Harv. Harv is a little suspicious of 6. He thinks he's not a real gangster. Partly because when they go commit gang crimes together, like various robberies and assaults and shootings, 6ix9ine just mostly stays in the car and films the others.
I mean, once you make it into the spotlight like that, once you make it, you feel me, you gotta know when to step away from the old lifestyle that you once had that could lead you into trouble. At the end of the day, 6ix9ine should have never even joined the gang, especially after his blow up. Like, why do that? Why purposely put yourself into the streets like that?
But whatever. Time moves on and 6 continues to blow up and become more and more famous. And suddenly, a bit of tension starts to build between 6 and the others. I mean, he's becoming a celebrity, and it seems like maybe Harv and Shotty are jealous of all this money he's making off the street cred that they gave him. Not only that, these two are jealous of each other, and over time they start arguing.
So not only are they're both getting jealous of 6ix9ine, but they're also both jealous at each other. Interesting.
Arguing and fighting over...
Well, if they're gang members and they're not like making music or anything like that, yeah, they may be in the music video and things in that nature, but they're not in the spotlight. Like, I didn't even know who they were until this video.
Who's gonna control 6's career and get the most money from it? So eventually, bam, Harv and Shotty split. And poor 6ix9ine has to choose who to side with. So naturally, he sides with his old...
I just realized Ray says 6ix9ine. He says 6ix9ine.
Friend,
not 6ix9ine.
Shotty. But then, one day, in 2018, shit gets really crazy. Because 6 collaborates with another rapper, Nicki Minaj, and they film a music video together. And on the day...
I did a reaction to it. Go watch it if you haven't already.
The music video is about to premiere. It's 4 a.m. and 6 is at a local strip club. Because, of course he is. Now, Nicki, she's kind of a diva. Well, maybe she's not a diva in this case, but she's a perfectionist, and she wants this music video of her to be perfect. And so she's watching a cut of it, and she just doesn't really like what she sees. So she texts 6, and she's like, I don't like some of the things in our video. I need you to re-edit it before it comes out. And so 6 leaves the strip club early, and he gets in his car because he's got to go fix this video. And soon enough, his driver is driving him over to his editor's house. And suddenly...
That music, this video Ray is dropping, this is a new video, but all of that between him and Nicki Minaj in that music video, that's years and years and years old. So I'm wondering why this is all resurfacing. Obviously, the title of the video is 6ix9ine got kidnapped. So I don't know if something recently took place for all of this to happen, but...
Suddenly, pow! A car slams into them from the back, and
Damn.
two guys in hoodies get out of that car, and one has a big-ass pew-pew. And they run up to
Pew pew.
6's door, and they open it, and they say, "Give me everything."
I need everything. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
And 6, he recognizes one of the guys robbing him.
Oh,
it's
shit.
Harv. And Harv tells him, "Get in my car or I'll shoot you." And 6, he doesn't want to get shot, so he gets in the car, in the back seat.
Oh, damn. Shit got real for real.
There's another goon in there holding a pew-pew up to him. And then Harv gets in and the car speeds away. Minutes later, they stop at an empty street. And Harv grabs 6 and he drags him out of the...
I wonder how Ray William Johnson, this content creator, YouTuber, I wonder how he gets all this information, because I didn't know anything about any of this. I haven't seen any articles or anything. Usually you see stuff like this all over the internet.
car by his rainbow-colored hair, and he starts recording him saying, "Say you're not a gangster! Say you're not a gangster!" And then, pow, he punches 6 in the face over and over again, and then boom, he pistol whips him. And 6 knows these guys are about to unalive him, so he starts begging. "I'll give you whatever you want. I got jewelry at home. I'll give you jewelry if you just let me go." And Harv hears this, and he's like, "Alright." So they all
Alright.
get back in
Shit, jewelry? Bet. Let's go to your crib.
the car, and they start driving to 6's place to get the jewelry. And strangely, Harv knows where 6 lives, even though 6 never gave him his address. But anyway, 6 calls his baby mama at home, who we'll just call Baby Mama. So 6 calls her and he says, "I need you to wrap up all my jewelry and come downstairs." And she's like, "Why? What's going on?" And he's like, "Just do it." And so they pull up to the house.
How come I've never heard of this situation taking place? You would think this would have blown... Maybe it did, and I just so happened to just miss all the commotion, but I didn't know any of this taking place.
Baby Mama comes downstairs with a bag full of jewelry. It's got a Rolex and a bunch of rings and chains in it, and specifically, it has 6's My Little Pony chain, which is worth around $365,000.
6ix9ine wasted his money for real, bro. Like,
And Harv, he grabs the bag from her.
I can't ever see myself spending $400,000 on a My Little Pony diamond chain. What?
And he gets back in the car. Now at this point, 6 is thinking, okay, he got the jewelry, now he's gonna let me go. I'm gonna be okay, everything is gonna be fine. Until... everything is not gonna be fine, because Harv doesn't let him go. Instead, bam, he slams on the gas and skirt, the car speeds away. And 6 is thinking, oh, I am fucked. These guys are definitely gonna unalive me. Minutes later, they park on a back street, and Harv, the goon, and 6, they all get out. And Harv, he's still got that pew-pew. And he says, "Come here, 6, let me tell you something." And 6 knows what that means. It means he's about to die. So he does the only thing he can do.
I wonder when this actually took place. Like, I want to know, like, how recent was this? Is this old news? Is this new news? Like, what?
Bam! He breaks out and he runs as fast as he can. And he makes a sharp turn and then he sprints toward a different street. Then he sees a random car stopped with somebody in it. And so, boom, he jumps inside. And the owner of that car is just some random guy. And he starts screaming at him like, "Hey, get out of my car!" And 6 is like, "Shut up or I'm gonna die. Please, just drive away." And eventually, I guess the guy starts to believe him and he drives.
Y'all let me know in the comment section. Is this new or is this old? Because like I said, I didn't hear anything about any of this. And usually, every time I go on Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, there's always something going on. You feel me?
Drives away. So 6 finally manages to escape Harv. And later, he's lying there in the hospital, recovering from all the beatings Harv gave him, and he's wondering, how did Harv know where I live? It's a brand new address. And only 2 people had this new address, Baby Mama and 6's old friend Shotty. So 6 starts to wonder, is Shotty out to get me too? So fast forward a few months later, and 6 is chilling somewhere, and he opens up Instagram, and suddenly he sees all these comments on his page telling him that Shotty is smashing with his baby mama. So of course 6ix is pissed. So he goes and he confronts baby mama like, what's up with all these Instagram
I ain't gonna lie. That would cause someone to crash out.
comments? And she denies anything romantic is going on between her and Shoddy, but I guess 6ix doesn't believe her and he flips out and he beats the shit out of her. So
Damn,
now
I didn't even know that took place.
6ix has been betrayed by baby mama, Harv, and his best friend Shoddy. Like, you'd almost feel bad for him if he weren't such an asshole all the time. And to make it worse, because of all his past gang activity and all the crimes he's been involved in, the feds have been watching him for a long time. And eventually, they build up a strong enough case against him, and bam, they arrest him.
So this is definitely old news then, because his arrest, that took place years and years ago. So this is old news for sure.
Here's his mugshot. And they also arrest Harv, here's his mugshot, and they arrest Shoddy, here's his. And they also arrest a bunch of the other members of their gang too. And this
is when the whole situation took place with 6ix9ine snitching on the crew and things in that nature. So, I mean, he snitched at the end of the day because everyone that was in his circle at that time turned on him. So he turned on them back at the end of the day.
For all 6ix's past gang activity crimes, he's facing 47 years in prison. However, when the feds come to him, he decides to make a deal and snitch on Harv and Shoddy. Sure, they were all in the gang together, they committed all of those crimes in the past together, but at the end of it all, Harv robbed him and Shoddy allegedly smashed with his baby mama. And so, boom, 6ix snitches and he testifies against them in court. And he testifies against a bunch of the gang members, and this puts his ex-friend Shoddy in prison for 15 years.
Damn.
And his kidnapper Harv in prison for 24 years. However,
while 6ix9ine is out here walking free, that's crazy. I know. Harv and Shoddy, they in prison right now, just looking back, just hating.
Fortunately for him, it destroys his street cred, as now he is widely criticized for being a snitch. So I guess the moral of the story is, if Nicki Minaj ever texts you to leave a strip club early, don't do it.
I'm weak. If Nicki Minaj texts me at all, I'd be jumping out my seat, no cap. But hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was in 6ix9ine's situation as well, and like people in my circle didn't have the best interest in me or doing me wrong, grimy, slimy, feel me, I ain't gonna have an issue snitching as well. I don't give a fuck if I get a few stitches from snitching. Hey man, if you guys made it to the end, I do greatly appreciate it. Smash the like button, leave a comment, click that bell while you're at it. Till next time, I'm gonna see y'all next time. I'm out.